Yesterday, I was talking to a friend and said, I have went to the store. Then I realized I should be saying I went to that store, not I have went to the store, right? And then I added, I seen a great deal. I saw a great deal. And even after knowing, after that, there's always first form of verb. I kept saying she didn't went to the party instead of saying she didn't go to the party. See how small and big grammar mistakes can sneak in? But don't worry, I'm here to help you. We are gonna start with how to avoid grammar mistakes in speaking. We are starting with chapter 1, Master Common Structures. I am going to tell you some amazing tips that is going to help you avoid grammar mistakes without even learning grammar in depth. Yesterday I was talking to my friend and said I have went to that store. Then I realized, oh no, I should have said I went to that store. Then I added I seen a great deal. Then I realized it was also wrong and I should have said I saw a great deal. See how small and big grammar mistakes can sneak in? But don't you worry, I'm here. I am going to tell you some amazing tips how to avoid grammar mistakes even after not learning grammar in depth. We are starting with chapter 1, which is Master Common Structures. Rather than learning each grammar rule in detail, first master the common grammar structures. Focus on the basic things like subject, verb, object order. It seems small, but it is going to help you in avoiding big grammar mistakes. For example, I am going too quickly to the store. Now, if you guys have this knowledge of this grammar rule, subject, verb, object order, then your frame structure would be I am quickly going to the store. Now there is a practice tip for all of you. Other easy patterns would be like I eat breakfast, she reads a book. Now you guys have to pick 5 basic structures like this and practice them on a daily basis. The more you use them correctly, the more error-free your speech will become. Moving on to the second chapter, we have focus on tense consistency. One of the most common grammatical mistakes is to mix up tenses while speaking. To master tenses, you can watch my 10 series on YouTube. I'll attach the link in the description below. Coming back to this tip, focus on tense consistency. This trick is very simple. You have to keep the tense consistent once you start a sentence. For example, if you start in the past tense, don't suddenly jump into the present. Now just imagine you have to speak about something. Before speaking, quickly think about the time frame. It is happening now, past, or in the future. Frame your sentence around that. For instance, yesterday I went to the park and I seen my friend. It's wrong. Instead, say, yesterday I went to the park and I saw my friend. Keeps it all in the past tense. It was a great tip, right? Start practicing like this and you will get the hang of it. Now we come to the other chapter, which is power of pausing. I feel that sometimes the pressure of speaking fluently can cause mistakes. It happened with me many times. Even if we know we are making mistakes, but after speaking we realized that it was wrong. Also, I want to tell you that in many of the speakers I've realized this thing happened because of they speak in a fast tone. But wait, pausing is really powerful. While speaking, take short pauses to gather your thoughts. I am telling you, it's a game changer in speaking. This will help you avoid grammatical slip-ups. And trust me, it will make your speech more effective. I have realized by pausing, it provides you so much time that you can frame your sentences in a way that you never imagined. Trust me, use this tip and let me know in the comments. Now just imagine you are telling a story. Before moving to the next sentence, pause for half a second. This helps you think, am I using the right tense? Am I saying this clearly? Over time, it becomes a natural part of your speech. You would never realize that this thing is coming naturally after so many failed attempts. Now, if you are a beginner in English speaking, just try to avoid complex sentences. Which comes to the chapter 4, that is limit the use of complex sentences. You guys would ask me, I am the kind of who stresses on complex sentences a lot. I tend to use complex sentences a lot. Then why would I am so stressing about this point that you have to limit the use of complex sentences? Because my friends, complex sentences are really okay when you are writing, but then when it comes to speaking, it can cause a lot of errors and might make your speech. So instead of using longer complex sentences, break them into shorter, simpler ones. For example, instead of saying, although it was raining, I went to the park because I want to enjoy nature, just split it up. It was raining, full stop. But I still went to the park. Full stop. I wanted to exercise and enjoy nature. This tips comes a long way when you know you are unsure about your grammar mistakes. By using shorter and simpler sentences, you have less chances of making mistakes, and this makes your speech sound so good. But this reduces the chances of making mistakes and makes you sound clearer and confident. Now is the time to use phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs can be little tricky, but they are very essential to sound natural in English. But make sure you are using them correctly. For example, just not say I take out my jacket, just say when you mean I take off my jacket. Now if you guys want to know about phrasal verbs, tell me in the comment section. I'll make a separate video on that. Pick 5 phrasal verbs. For example, take off, put on, look after. Just practice them using in different sentences. Now you are gonna feel more confident and will avoid errors. So let's try another one. The phrasal verb put up with means to tolerate. Like, I can't put up with the noise anymore. But if you say put up, it would mean display something. Like, I put up a picture. See the difference? Mastering a few phrasal verbs will not only avoid confusion, but will also help you sound more fluent and natural. Over time, using them correctly will become your second nature. Let's move to another one, which is power of speaking out loud. Always remember this rule, then why it is said, the more you practice, the more you will become fluent. It also applies to the same. I would say the more you practice, the fewer mistakes you will make. Not just practice mentally. You have to actually speak out loud. Look, when you vocalize, your brain connects grammar patterns with speech. Now, here's a tip for you. You have to spend 5 minutes daily, a day, talking about any topic out loud. And also record yourself if possible and listen to it again. What will happen? You will be able to catch mistakes and improve quickly. For wrapping it up, we come to the next chapter, which is don't overthink grammar. Remember, biggest mistake is overthinking. Not only in relationships, even in English speaking. If you constantly worry about grammar, I'm sorry, my dear. You will slow down and make more mistakes. Instead, focus on communication. If you make a mistake, it's okay. Correct it and move on. Remember, native speakers make mistakes too, even though English is their mother tongue. The ultimate goal is to keep speaking and keep learning. Over time, your brain will adjust and grammar will come naturally without any effort. Just imagine you are in a conversation and you are trying to remember whether it's have been or had been. By the time you have figured it out, the moment has passed. Obviously, the conversation has moved on. But if you had spoken confidently and used it whatever it felt natural, even with a tiny mistake, the other person would have understood you perfectly. Instead of stopping yourself in mid-sentence and try to analyze every word whether you are speaking right or wrong, Just focus on getting your message across. If you make a mistake, that's okay. Correct yourself quickly and keep moving. The goal is progress, not perfection. That's all for today, guys. Hope you learned something from this video. See you in the next one. Bye.